So a new trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth is confirmed to be releasing on Tuesday next week, which isn't that many days away, I think about 4 days from now. But today we actually got a teaser of that trailer, which is something they do in the movie industry now. But either way, it showcases some awesome, incredible scenes that we're probably going to see in the next trailer. But for me, I was just preparing to have a me day. I was going to settle down, watch some shows, eat some food, have a nice bath, and then out of nowhere, this trailer released on a Saturday. That never really happens, but nonetheless, it's happened. So today we're going to be doing what we usually do here on the channel, and that is breaking down every single image, clip and detail that we can find from Jurassic World Rebirth. In this little, 30-second segment, there is actually a lot. I can't really count how many I've got on my notes page right now, but it's a lot. There's actually two details that I really want to get into and discuss just a little bit more. So get your popcorn ready, get your drinks ready, relax, sit back, anything, because we're going to get into breaking down all of this. But to get ready for Jurassic World Rebirth, make sure you go ahead and purchase your Rebirth inspired merchandise over on our merch store, which you can find a link to in the description. Today and tomorrow is actually the very last 2 days of this 20% discount. So go over to the store, save some money and use code Rebirth. But for now, let's talk about the movie Rebirth instead. So to start off this short teaser, we actually got some brand new showcases of the Mosasaurus, some brand new clips. But this clip is actually something we've already seen earlier in the week by Empire Magazine, where they showcase this Mosasaurus basically breaching out of the water. I think we also had an image from Screen Rant showcasing the exact same thing as well, but now we actually get to see the footage. And what can we tell from this footage? Well, the same thing from the images. This thing is kaiju sized. One concern that I had, because I love the original Jurassic World Mosasaurus, is the fact that this Mosasaurus in Jurassic World Rebirth might be quite undersized and might be a lot more underwhelming than to the big kaiju creature we have in the Jurassic World trilogy. But now looking at this clip, I don't think there's anything to worry about. This guy is massive. Which makes us think, like, why are they so big in this universe? We know that the Mosasaurus in our world weren't actually this big. So maybe this means that in this universe, the Mosasauruses just naturally are generically massive. So that's one thing to definitely point out from this clip. It's just huge. And that's Gareth Edwards for you. He knows his sense of scale when creating movies. But not only that, we do get to see the boat in the clip as well. And as we learned from Empire Magazine, this boat actually belongs to Duncan, and that's why it looks so high tech. Which confirms that this boat from this teaser trailer is not the boat that the family crash on, which I believe will be the beeline plot of Jurassic World Rebirth. There's also a very quick new shot of both Henry and Zora, but in this shot we actually see Zora slowly put down her weapon, which suggests that maybe the Mosasaurus has stopped attacking them and they don't really perceive it as a threat in this moment in time, which might be the reason why she puts the weapon down. But because of this, I presume it's one of those moments in cinema where the audiences can just sit there, breathe a sigh of relief, and then think nothing's going to happen. And then of course the scene from the first trailer where the Mosasaurus jumps out, that will probably happen after this shot. But the Mosasaurus sequence does not even just stop there. We have so many more clips to basically showcase the size of this creature, to showcase the CGI of this creature, and my goodness does it look astonishing. We can see how the water reflects the sunlight. The CGI, again, I'm going to say over and over again in this trailer, looks fantastic. And again, you just see the sheer size and scale of this Mosasaurus. Everything about it just looks phenomenal. But this is where the trailer starts to take a little turn. We have the Mosasaurus, then we have the T-Rex, and we have another creature right at the end. But in the middle of this trailer, where we get to see the T-Rex, we get to see it swimming. Yes, we see a Tyrannosaurus Rex swimming after the family, the Delgado family, who accidentally crashed on this island. And of course, as we've known for months now, this scene is the river raft scene that's taken from the original novel of Jurassic Park. They tried to make this scene in the original Jurassic Park movie, but due to time constraints, they actually ended up removing it, I think for budget reasons as well. But now it's finally here, and wow, does it look good. To see a Tyrannosaurus Rex swimming, it looks janky, it looks funny, but it looks natural at the same time, which I can't really describe. But it's just stalking the family in the dinghy in the same way that it stalked Alan, Lex and Tim in the original novel for Jurassic Park. But then after this is probably my favourite shot of the trailer, and that is the Tyrannosaurus Rex breaching the water, showcasing herself, and it just looks so good. It looks so phenomenal. The T-Rex looks amazing. The way that everybody falls out of the dinghy looks fantastic. Everything about this just looks so good. Now when the T-Rex actually knocks over the dinghy, I presume that this follows up from one of the scenes that we saw in the BTS footage just a few weeks ago, where it showcases some of the Delgado family underneath the raft, which has seemed to be capsized, and now we know how it got capsized. It's the Rebirth Tyrannosaurus. But not only does this Rex look so good and the scenery looks so good, this is actually one of the very few, or maybe first times in the franchise, where we get to see a high intensive sequence like this in the daytime and not raining. I know. For some reason, a lot of the Jurassic movies like to add rain in there, like to add darkness in there, which kind of just covers up everything that looks so good about the movies. So seeing this sequence take place in the daytime, no rain, looks perfect to me, and it's given me kind of like King Kong 2005 vibes for some reason. Either way, it looks phenomenal, and it's probably one of my favorite shots in the movie already. But then after this, we move on to the third creature of this teaser trailer, where we get to see the D-Rex, the Distortus Rex, or at least its containment lab. As we know, this creature is a failed mutant creature of the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and we've also learnt very recently that this sequence with the red container is a flashback sequence right at the start of the movie that takes place 17 years prior to the main portion of the movie. Since we know Jurassic World Rebirth takes place 5 years after the events of Jurassic World Dominion, which is November 2022, we can now safely assume that this movie does take place in 2028, meaning that this sequence is 2011, which is 1 year before the Indominus Rex was born and 2 years after the Scorpius Rex was born, which makes you think they failed with the Scorpius Rex hybrid, they were about to create the Indominus Rex hybrid. Was this mutant Distortus Rex supposed to be a hybrid? Who knows, but we're going to find out hopefully. And there's a lot more to add to this theory in this image, because in the right hand side, you can see that they have clearly named the creature as D-Rex, Distortus Rex. So that makes you wonder, if this was supposed to be a failed mutant of the Tyrannosaurus, or possibly a Tyrannosaurus hybrid, why did they keep it, and why did they actually give it a designated name of the Distortus Rex? Why didn't they kill it off like they were supposed to do with the Scorpius Rex in 2009? It makes me think, did they actually have plans to keep this creature and release it into Jurassic World? Did Dr. Wu and Masrani even know about this dinosaur? Who knows? Questions that we hopefully will get answered in the final cut of the movie. And to just add a little bit more to this theory, in the top right corner of this image, we can actually see some more scriptures. It's very hard to work out what they are, but maybe it's discussing the weight, the size of the creature, maybe what genome it has, yada yada yada. But what we can make out, right at the bottom, it says InGen Logistics. Now if you guys don't know what logistics are, it's basically shipping and moving stuff around. Which makes you think once again, why is InGen Logistics part of the D-Rex mutants? What's going on here? What's really going on here? They clearly were trying to move this creature, whether that's to Jurassic World, from Rebirth Island to somewhere else, I don't know, but it just makes you think even more. After this, we get a very quick, terrified shot of someone being left behind in the containment of the D-Rex, which is then contrasted with Dr. Henry Loomis saying, "We're left here." And I think that's just a fun editing detail for the trailer. But then, this eerie shot, the D-Rex creeps into frame as the man is begging for his life. We get to see the reflection of the D-Rex approach him, and it is clear that there was some kind of containment issue with this creature, because in one shot many people are seen running away, there is clearly a lot of red smoke within this chamber, and somebody was inside at the time. Why were they there? It's clear that there was a sacrifice at play here, and again, this reminds me of Gareth Edwards. We see this kind of shot in Rogue One with Darth Vader. We see this kind of shot, I believe, in Godzilla as well. So a lot of it is very Gareth Edward coded. But this is where the cool shit starts to go down. Oh my goodness, we have been teased for so long that Jurassic World Rebirth is a horror movie. Now, loads of us were skeptical because the first trailer didn't really showcase that. We don't have many images to prove that, but everybody was adamant to say that it is a horror movie. But now finally we get to see that, as the D-Rex grabs the guy's body, snatches him away, and twists him upside down. But notice how the body was twisted to be upside down? This does suggest that the D-Rex is actually going to eat him, starting with the legs first, which means we may hear some gruesome and terrifying screams coming from this man. Although just as the very last frame comes into action, we do see the mouth of the D-Rex at the bottom part, also suggesting that maybe he is going to eat the head of this guy firstly. If we get to see that on screen, it's a Jurassic movie, so it's hit or miss. There's a chance we will because we saw that in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World Dominion, but also in Dominion we didn't see Rain Delacourt's death. It was kind of cut off screen and we just hear it. So hopefully we do get to see it, but I won't be surprised if we only just hear it. What I think is going to happen here is that we're going to end up hearing it, and the camera is going to cut to the lady watching it all happen in fear. But then the teaser trailer comes to an end, not before officially confirming that this is a PG-13 movie. Exactly what I told you guys would be a few months ago. Stop listening to those people on TikTok and Instagram. They go ahead and confirm that the new trailer will be releasing on Tuesday, which should be 2 minutes and 24 seconds long, if recent information is anything to go by. And also, according to some sellers, international tickets will go on sale on Tuesday as well, with some domestic areas being able to acquire them on Monday. But right at the bottom, I actually found this really funny. It says soundtrack on backlot music and made by mutants. Of course, we know that mutants are going to be part of this movie, so I just found that really small and comical. Anyways, that's pretty much all we've got for this weekend. I doubt we're going to get anything on Sunday, but Tuesday is the day. Now, if it's anything to go by from the last trailer, it should be releasing around 1 PM UK time, so we're going to see when that's going to be for the rest of the world. We'll wait and see, but I'm not going to go ahead and do that graphic like I did last time because that took me hours and it ended up being wrong because they decided to release the trailer early. Yes, I am still a little bit salty about that. But either way, we're going to get ready. We're going to do a full trailer breakdown reaction. This week is going to have lots of Jurassic World Rebirth content, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, there's not really much more to say except this teaser trailer was fantastic. And that full trailer on Tuesday hopefully will be just as good. If you're excited for Jurassic World Rebirth, leave a like on the video. Be sure to subscribe if you're new around here for all of your Jurassic needs. Leave a comment as well. Let me know what you thought of this teaser trailer. Be sure to purchase your Rebirth inspired merchandise on the merch store as well. But most importantly, make sure you're all staying safe out there. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Hey, did you enjoy the video? Well, why not leave a like and subscribe for more Jurassic content? I appreciate every single one of you for reaching this point into the video and supporting me this far. If you wish to support me even further, then feel free to head on down to the description where you can find links to donate, my Patreon, and you can also press that join button to become a member here on YouTube and gain access to some awesome emojis. A massive thank you to all of the YouTube members for this month, as well as the amazing fans over on Patreon too. Your extra bit of support really goes a long way. But for now, I wish you a great rest of your day.